Good morning, everyone. I'm here on behalf of the Ontario Lottery and Gaming Corporation. Today, I'm going to give you an overview of our multi-lane solution at OLG. I'll tell you where we're at with our market rollout. I'll give you a description of the actual solution. I'm going to tell you how it fits strategically within our plan in terms of channel strategy as well as our player strategy. I'll give you a peek into our results so far and a few lessons learned. Tell you where we're headed with it and some of the enhancements we're going to make, as well as some of the unique innovation opportunities we've identified. So I'll get right into it. You've seen this scenario before. The multi-lane shopping opportunity is obvious for lottery. People, millions of them, lining up every day in checkout lanes to buy stuff, to buy groceries, to buy general merchandise, to buy drugstore stuff, to buy dollar store stuff, to buy building supplies. Think of how many transactions are taking place where people are paying for stuff and they can't add on a lottery ticket. I don't think I have to sell anybody on the opportunity, but there are so many checkout lanes out there. So what I really need to talk about today is the finding that low-cost solution that doesn't get in the way, but is noticeable enough to trigger a lottery purchase. So I'm going to talk to you today about our quick ticket solution that we launched in June 2017. Let me advance the slide. Let me introduce you to Quick Ticket. Quick Ticket is pre-printed paper tickets for our two big lotto jackpot games in Canada, Lotto 649 and Lotto Max, which make up about 40% of our lottery sales in Ontario. These pre-printed lottery tickets that we have printed at Pollard hang in lane under a custom digital jackpot sign, right in the customer's face as they're going to pay for their groceries. Customer simply grabs one from the display, places it on the conveyor belt with the rest of their groceries, and pay for it once it's activated by the cashier. There's a UPC code on the back and a validation barcode on the front of the ticket. The quick ticket gets activated simply when the cashier scans it on the existing retailer POS scanner, the same one they use to scan the groceries. Once it's scanned, it's automatically activated, and quick pick numbers and a draw date are assigned to that quick ticket. So it goes from being a worthless piece of paper to a live lottery ticket valid for the next draw. And like I said, there's a validation barcode on the front of the ticket that can be checked at any lottery retailer terminal, any ticket checker, or with our mobile ticket checker app. So the quick ticket does not have the player's quick pick numbers or the draw date on the ticket because it's pre-printed. So in case the player wants to see his numbers and the draw date, we actually print them on the bottom of the grocery receipt for information purposes only. And interestingly, one of the key insights that went into developing Quick Ticket is that more than 80% of Quick Pick lottery players don't ever look at the numbers or the ticket details on their ticket. We've become a society of buy it, fold it, stick it in your wallet, check it with the ticket checker after the draw, and not really pay attention to the numbers. The important thing for the customer is I'm in and I have a chance to win the jackpot. It's not about their quick pick numbers. And one last thing to note before I move on to the next slide is, as we designed our quick ticket product, it was important for us that it looked like a lotto ticket and wasn't going to be confused with a gift card or a coupon of sorts. So we wanted it to be foldable. We wanted it to kind of look like our ticket stock that prints out of the lottery terminal, just to implant in the customer's mind when they see it for the first time, this is a lottery ticket, this is what I need to keep. And you'll notice that we've also included a perforated promo strip on the left-hand side so we can give the customer more information so they understand how this thing works. So I included this slide for two reasons. Here's a photo of a cashier at a Metro grocery store interacting with a customer. Firstly, I wanted to show it because it depicts the jackpot sign and merchandiser we use in store. That is a Carmana Stratacash jackpot sign. And secondly, for multi-lane to be successful at scale, to have thousands and tens of thousands of lanes going at the same time, we need to assume minimal engagement from the cashier. We can't slow down the transaction, minimal training required for these thousands of cashiers, and minimal product knowledge required. And Quick Ticket answers that bell, and I'll get into some of the reasons why in a second. And like I said, pretty simple activation process. Customer puts it on the conveyor belt, the retailer scans it on the same scanner they used to run the groceries through, so it's very much like any other item in the store. And this is only possible because of our partnership with Blackhawk Technologies. We started this partnership with our gift card rollout a few years ago. Blackhawk is integrated into about 98% of the major grocery stores in Ontario, and Canada for that matter. So leveraging the integrations that Blackhawk already has in place at these grocery stores is the real magic behind the technology that makes Quick Ticket work. Without Blackhawk, this never would have happened for us. The nice thing about them already having all those integrations in place in that same back end is that once we built it once, we're actually ready to turn this on at any Blackhawk retailer out there across the province with very little testing and tweaks to the technology. So once we did it once, it's really ready to go once we get more retailers signed up. Speaking of technology, the other thing we built was an enhancement to our Lotto ticket checker app, our mobile ticket checker app, in that customers can use the ticket checker app to scan the Quick Ticket, and that will show them their Lotto numbers and draw date as well. So if they lose the receipt, don't keep the receipt, they've still got access to their numbers. So from a customer convenience standpoint and an integrity standpoint, it's something we felt was important to close the loop for the customer. With regards to our rollout, we started rolling out multi-lane solutions in the summer of 2017. Currently, we're in the largest banners in Ontario, Loblaws being the largest, Metro being second largest, and their discount banner, Food Basics. We are currently in about 490 stores with a total of 4,150 lanes. That's 4,150 points of purchase we didn't have before we rolled this out. So it's a large expansion from a point of distribution perspective. And I'll get into a few more of the stats in a second. But first, I wanted to touch on some of the strategic advantages or the reasons that from a strategy perspective, going into multi-lane makes sense. If we build it, they will come. Well, they're already there. So 92% of adults shop and pay in grocery, drug, and mass merchandiser stores weekly, yet we only convert less than 5% of that traffic into a lottery sale. So great opportunity. We are in a lot of these stores, but we've got the solution where we're at the customer service desk where not everybody goes, not everybody shops, and not everybody will certainly line up just to buy a lottery ticket. Secondly, we know that traffic patterns are shifting away from our core channels. In Ontario, we do about 70% of our business in convenience and gas stores, and we know that there is considerable declines in the traffic going into those channels and buying goods. Yet it's increasing in most of the multi-lane environments. And thirdly, once we add up all of the very likely locations that we'll be able to roll out the solution to, we're looking at about 14,000 potential new points of sale, which is 140% of our current 9,875 terminals we've got out in the market. So a considerable growth in the number of points of distribution we're going to have. And secondly, I wanted to talk a little bit about where this fits in from a player strategy perspective. So, we've always wanted to increase our customers' access to lottery. We talk about where they want it, when they want it, how they want it. Multi-lane makes sense, especially when we talk to the target, which is our casual player. So we're really not interested in converting our regular and core players into in-lane lottery players. The real opportunity here is converting the casual player into a more frequent lottery purchase. So casual players we define as folks who play the lottery 1 to 4 times per year. That represents about 25% of our adult population in Ontario, yet they only account for about 4% of lottery sales. They're not overly engaged in lottery. They're definitely not enthusiasts. but they like lottery and would certainly play more often if they had the opportunity. They like quick picks, they like big jackpots. But if you look at the bottom of this slide, some of the key insights driving the casual player and why it makes sense to be in multi-lane. Lottery is not a destination purchase. These folks aren't going to see a jackpot ad on TV and make a special trip to the store to play the lottery. It's very much an impulse purchase and something that they are triggered to buy in store. They're not going to line up. They're probably not going to sign up for a gaming account online. We really need to hit them with an impulse purchase where they're already shopping. They're not convenience and gas shoppers, and if they are, they're very likely to pay at the pump. And these are the folks that would consider the buying process fairly intimidating. They don't know what to ask for. They don't know how to ask for it. They want to be in and have a shot at the jackpot, but they're not that clear on the interaction that's required with the cashier. So for all those reasons, the strategy to try and convert these customers where they're already paying for goods, that certainly being the multi-lane environment, makes sense from a strategy perspective for multi-lane shopping, and certainly our quick ticket solution. On the left, I've got a brief description of the solution, which I've already covered, but why is quick ticket designed for the casual player? It's just our biggest recognition brands, our big national lotto games, Lotto Max and 649. It's quick pick only, doesn't require that awkward transaction with the cashier. How many do you want? How many boards? Do you want encore? Do you want power play? How many draws? It's really grab it, put it on the conveyor belt, and you're done. Not intimidating at all. No need to select numbers. It's quick picks. And our mobile app provides access to all the ticket details without requiring a visit to a lottery retailer or an interaction with another cashier. Here is something that we learned. Here's a great lesson learned, and a great advantage that we only found out after the fact is, we installed these jackpot signs in every lane we're in and sell in. And we're doing well from a sales perspective in lane. But the added benefit of having that presence in lane and being in the customer's face is we've seen a 9% increase in lottery sales on average in our stores away from in lane and back at the customer service desk where we've got our terminals. Not only are we driving incremental sales in lane, we've seen a plus 9% increase in sales at the terminal that was already in the location. So where we originally thought there would probably be cannibalization of the customer service desk, we're seeing the exact opposite with a plus 9% increase. Great benefit. What's working so far? Our POS technology integration with Blackhawk working flawlessly. We're super happy with that. A great interaction with our mobile app. About 45% of quick tickets sold have either a validation attempt or somebody looking up their quick pick numbers with our app. So great interaction there. Blackhawk, who distributes the quick ticket for us, that's going very well. We've got several new accounts eager to adopt the solution and come on board as we're able to bring them on board. The partners we already have, head offices, very happy with how this is going. Like I said, being in lane is driving increased sales, and our customer acceptance scores are strong. We do exit interviews. Customers like the concept. They understand it. They find it easy to understand and easy to execute. I just showed this little chart at the bottom, to say, yes, we've started rolling out. Yes, we're in over 4,000 lanes, but we're really just getting started, really just getting comfortable with the solution, identifying where we can improve the customer experience, where we can improve the product. And, we expect much bigger things from this solution. We've got some planned enhancements we're going to make to the quick ticket. The biggest one being we are going to put the lotto numbers on the ticket under latex and activate those numbers. Customers have said this is they like this a little better than the existing quick ticket. So we're going to implement this later this year. So numbers on the ticket under latex. We're going to add new price points. Right now we've only got one play with the add-on game. We're going to go to a higher price point for both Lotto Max and Lotto 649, and we're going to change our promo panel to talk a little more to the price point and the offer, and get rid of a lot of that text we currently have on the existing version. The investment we made in the infrastructure also has spawned some new innovation. The first one you'll see here is, we will be testing self-checkout, putting quick ticket in the self-checkout lanes this summer. So looking forward to that. The second one, you'll see it titled Lotify here. As we were developing Quick Ticket, we realized what we were actually doing is just taking a dead piece of paper and turning it into a live lottery ticket. We thought to ourselves, hey, what else could we turn into a live lottery ticket or a gambling product? What about customer packaged goods that customers are already buying by the millions or at high volume? Could we turn those into lottery products simply by activating through this infrastructure? The answer is yes. We're currently working on how we would do this and looking for interested partners, and those we have talked to in the CPG space, very interested at this point. More to come on that in the future. We also have tested some new game concepts using the technology, and one of them called Fast Lane Lotto, where we can offer an in-store jackpot either at the store level or by a chain of stores, growing jackpot that can be won at any time during the checkout process. Tested really well with customers, and something we're also investigating for later this year. And here's just a beauty shot of a young lady buying a Quick Ticket. Thought it was a nice picture, so I included it. And I'm running out of time, but thank you for listening. And if you want more information, you can certainly get a hold of me at Caughill@olg.ca, or certainly get a hold of Byron at LaFleur's, and he can hook you up with me. Thank you.